Well, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. We're here each and every day at 8 a.m. as we begin to explore, expand our vision of what this magnificent life has to offer us. Yeah, I know. This magnificent life, there's always something more that we can get. There's always something more we can experience. And it's up to us to do that. And you notice how I said it's up for us to do that. So then the question becomes, who are you responsible to? Who are you truly responsible to? Here's what I'll tell you. You're responsible for yourself. That's who you're responsible for. No one else. You're responsible for yourself. Unless you have a child, a baby, someone that's dependent on you that you brought into this world or you chose to bring into this world or you chose to caretake. Then you have responsibility for them. But when they become an adult, you have no more responsibility for them. That's because we're all brought into this world with the ability to create our life experience, the ability to think for ourselves. The power to create is within each of us. Now, we get to choose how we use that power, and no one else can choose it for us. You can choose to be thin. You can choose to be fat. You can choose to be not thin or fat. You can choose to be happy. You can choose to be sad. All of those things are a choice. People think that it's not a choice for them anymore. And that's the funny thing. Well, that person's responsible for me feeling this way. No, you chose to respond to that individual. What they did had nothing to do with you. They did it because of themselves. And it's fascinating the more and more you look at that. The question I'm asking is, are you consciously living your best life? That's a great question. Are you consciously living your best life? Do you even know who you are? Do you even know what's really important to you? You know, I ask that question all the time. People say, yeah, I do. Well, tell me what the top 3 things are that truly are important to you. And how are you demonstrating them in your life? And are you actually living in alignment with them? Most of the time, they can't even answer the question. That's one of the things. I'm doing a workshop at 10 o'clock today. And the workshop is where people actually do the work and determine what are their top values. What is the most important things in their life? Here's what I've understood. Once I've learned what my top 5 values are, I ask, whenever I do something, I ask the question, does this serve them? If it doesn't serve them, I delegate it or I don't do it or I pay someone to do it. I do what's most valuable to me because that's what gives me the juice. You notice I'm not paying someone to talk to you right now. Why? Because talking to you is a great joy for me. It's something that I love. Can happy be a value? Well, you may make it your top value, but then you're going to be really disappointed, Sandra, because you can't be happy all the time. Because you got to have contrast in order to experience happiness. And so if you're going to be happy, there's going to be contrast. Otherwise, you won't know what happy is. You see, that's what people forget. You can't know one thing without knowing the opposite. Someone says, I know peace. Well, then you know war. What do you mean I know war? Well, how do you know peace if you don't know war? See, that's what the human psyche is all about. It's all about understanding that you have to have both sides. I'm happy that I'm sad. Well, I don't know how to go with that one. I would probably say, Sandra, I'm aware that I'm sad. I'm aware that I'm happy. That sounds to me like something I can buy into. Our level of awareness is everything. How many people out there are really truly aware? How many people are out there aware more than maybe 1% of the time? What if you were aware 5% of the time? That's a lot of awareness based on what I see out in society today. I don't know, what do you see? Do you think people are really aware? Better yet, forget what other people are. Are you really aware? When you're doing something, are you focused on exactly what you're doing? Or are you focused on something else while you're doing that? What are you focused on when you're brushing your teeth? What are you focused on when you're eating your breakfast? Are you focused on breakfast or are you focused on other things? It's really fascinating. Most of the time, we're not focused on what we're doing in that moment. So it's just a deep joy within me. Well, I would probably ask you to consider it's probably just a deep inner knowing and inner peace that's within you. Because if you go to what is the soul or what is the divine that is in you, the divine that in you is perfect balance. It's not happy, it's not sad. It's perfect balance. It sees life from all sides. It sees the observer aspect. That's how the divine sees it. And we talk about how is the divine doing it? Well, the divine's doing it. It sees everything in balance. It sees both the yin and the yang. You know, you may the other day, I was driving and I noticed this van, this construction van, and it was stuck. And this one guy was out there trying to push it and he was going nowhere with it. And so I passed by and then I said, oh, what the heck? And I flipped the car around and I parked the car, put on my flashers. And then I said, hey, dude, let's get this off the road. So we pushed it. We got it off to the side. And the guy was really, really, really grateful. And so you say, well, Lee, that was really good. Yeah, it was. But was there another side? Yeah, someone else could have come and done it. And maybe he might have gotten a better work job from it. You don't know. It could have been an infinite number of things that could have happened had I not stopped. So I did what was in my heart. I accepted it and I moved on. That's how I looked at it. There's both the yin and the yang in everything that we do. When we help someone, I said the word help. It's also disempowering to them because if they need help, how do they feel inside? Do they feel that they're capable? That's the difference between help and support. Support means you can see that the person has this great quality, that they're capable of doing things. Help means you think, well, they don't got it, so I better go get it for them. I better do it for them. Everyone has the same power in them, the same power to create. We do that through our beliefs. And everyone has beliefs, whether they're conscious or unconscious, and whether they're consciously or unconsciously chosen. And everyone has the same ability to choose those beliefs and to change those beliefs. Everyone does. And if people choose not to change their beliefs, guess what? I'm not responsible for that. That's their life. I'm only responsible for changing my beliefs. And I'm a teacher and I teach this because I've learned so much. I've learned so much that I can't do that. I can't change my wife. I can't change my sons. I can't change my granddaughter, but I can be an inspiration. I can show them what it's like to be self-reliant, self-sufficient, self-thinking, self-responsible. And maybe as they see my life going, it might influence them, but I can't care how it goes because I have no control over it. You get that? Got no control. So why get so frustrated? Because I have no control. And neither do you. You've got responsibility for you, and that's all you've got. And you know what? That's a heck of a lot of responsibility. I would probably suggest that we start using our personal responsibility today more than we used it ever in our lives. Because this time is short. This afternoon, I'm going to be doing a memorial service for a beautiful person that I knew. And while I was with her, I had a great time. But I realized our life on this planet is short. Not that we won't go on after this life, but this experience right now, man, this experience is the only one we'll ever have. So why we waste it? Why try to cater up to someone else, live up to someone else's expectations? Yours are enough. Yours are more than enough. More than enough. That's all I can say. So listen, that's my talk for today. I'm going to give you 8 to 12 minutes, 7 days a week. On Sundays at 10:30, I'm going to give you about 15 to 20 minutes. That's when I do my Sunday service talk. But if you're interested in really getting tapped in, join me for meditation at 7 a.m. You can find the link, the Zoom link on that at agapespiritualcenter.com. Just go to the calendar and you'll see a meditation every morning at 7 a.m. Everyone's welcome to join me. Until next time, I want you to know that I love and I accept you just like you are. Go create your most perfect day. Aloha.